I don't know if we're going to be able to do this when this looks, because if it took me so long yesterday and I still don't understand Venki's solution, and my solution is so much more. I think it's good, but I'm having to loop through everything. So hang on a second. Let's get everything ready. And then I'm probably going to record, and then we can look at, you can't see that one. This description is long. This one doesn't feel like a medium. This feels like a hard. All right, example 2. Holy moly. All right, this is what called gas station. Let's put that down here. Gas station. See if anybody's here yet. Hello, Nico. How are you doing? While we're waiting on everyone to show, hope you're doing well. I'm probably going to knock out today's video, and then I'll get started, and then I'll show everybody the solution I came up with for yesterday, and then the very, very elegant solution that Venki came up with, which I don't know. We may need to figure out a way to get on a call so we don't have to do typing, because I'd love Venki to take the time to walk us through, because I don't see how we're doing this without reiterating and re-going through this. Let's move this. Let's make a copy of this. Put this here. Made some notes yesterday. Don't remember what they are. I went back and read them last night. I'm like, nope. Needed more context. All right. True. Copy. True sliding window. All right. Now we're getting close. Move the lighting around still. Teeth aren't great, but they're not bad, but they're not great. That's what I wanted to say. Let's see. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. All right, everyone. Thanks for jumping on already. If you've not hit that like button, go ahead and do that for me. I'm going to knock out today's video, and then we'll jump into our gas station problem. Where'd it go? Here it is. Gas station problem. And then also after this, we can look at, after we get started, we can look at Venki's much more elegant solution. But I like this. What I really want to highlight is, let me show you what this does. So this is finally truly a dynamic sliding window. So what I mean by that is we're setting a goal. So right here, well, let me do the video, and then we'll go from there. All right. True sliding window. True dynamic. Dynamic. And I kind of liked how I did this because I had a double pointer. I know this is a solve for something else we have. All right. True dynamic sliding window. Hi everyone, this is Sam with Python Basics. So in today's video, I've been trying to do this a couple of times and have been unsuccessful. But in yesterday's challenge that we're doing on live stream, we needed to come up with a solution for an optimized solution where we needed to have a true dynamic sliding window. So what I really want to kind of highlight here Well, first, if you're new here, thanks for joining us. This is what we do. We do micro videos, one video at a time. So what I really like about these challenges that we do is the edge cases that are created. So the first go through is I was incrementing through and iterating through the string, and if I found a duplicate, I was moving to the next string. Well, that's not exactly the best scenario, because what was happening is I was going through the length repeatedly. Well, we couldn't have duplicates. So what I devised here is, I've been trying to do this for a while. So if you look, I have the printout of this string right here. And it was to find the longest substring without repeating characters. So when I did this the first time, I was coming through, and if I found a duplicate, I started over and I moved to the next character in the string. Well, in this example, if I had two characters side by side, and as you can see right here, if I had two characters side by side, I would be having the same problem. So I came up with a double pointer approach where I had my index as I was indexing through. So I have a for loop, while loop combination. And then I had a test right here for if the next character is the same as the last character. I did a reassignment. So I want you to look right here as I'm moving through. And when I get to this M right here, and my next M, same character, it stops, moves everything over. So I would completely not recheck, because in my original algorithm, what I did is I'd go, okay, now let's check D through M. Let's check F through M. Well, that's pointless, because we know we have a double character here. So I just wanted to take a second, and if you look really close, what I'm doing is basically, here was my start point, here was my index, but left my start point there unless I found a double side by side, then I moved everything over. But not when it hits a double, because our edge case with this one right here, this longest substring without repeating characters is 3. Where because our old way was, I wrote this in my first attempt, if it found a double, skip everything, move over to here. Well, there are times where it needs to repeat. So just wanted to share this with a real quick video today. These are the type of the challenges that we're doing every day on the live stream. So if you can make it, try to jump over there, ask some questions, see what problems we're solving. Make sure you're on the Discord server so you can get the help that you need and deserve. And make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. All right. There we go. Sadly, I could only manage to make sound button. Test him. How are you? Glad to have you here. So we're going through yesterday's challenge, and we're going to get set up, and we're going to get going on today's. So I'll wait a little bit for Venki, and then we'll go over Venki's solution, because that was my solution, but it's still slow because we're going through wait a second. But I'm only going through this once. No, I'm not. I'm hitting that twice. Yeah, so if I hit a duplicate, I start back over. All right. Yep, hang on a second, everyone. All right. Okay, we will get started. Okay, so here's today's challenge. We have gas station. There is, I'm gonna move this light, it's right in my eye. Did that for the lighting of the video. I'm sorry. Okay. There are N gas stations along a circular route. I don't know if route. Let's say route. Where the amount of gas stations at the nth station is gas I. Alright. So we're going to have a list. Alright. And at the ith station is, so it's saying it's going to be like that one solve where we were, which I think I have a solve for that one as well. So the ith and then the number and the quantity. So at the ith index, we're gonna have the then we're gonna get a quantity of gas stations. All right. So ith is gonna be the index, and then the subsequent number of gas stations there at the ith index. All right. You have a car with an unlimited gas tank, and it cost I. Okay. All right. Okay. Of gas to travel from. Oh. Okay. Cost of gas to travel from the I station to its next I plus 1th station. Everybody following that so far? You begin the journey with an empty tank at one of the gas stations. Given the two integer array, gas and cost, return the starting gas stations indexed if you travel around the circuit once in a clockwise clockwise direction. Otherwise, return -1. -1 just means it's not present. You see that in find or index, I can't remember. So basically, if it's not present, -1, that's just kind of a standard built-in function in Python if something's not present, -1, because you would get an index 0 for if it's present or not. So that's why they chose -1. If there exists a solution, it is guaranteed to be unique. All right, so that statement is important. All right, example 1, gas at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cost 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. All right, output 3, and the output is going to be what? No. Return the starting gas station index if you can travel around the circuit once clockwise. Oh my goodness. 0, 1, 2, 3. All right. Good day, Vinky, to you. We need to figure out how to get on a call because I don't know if I completely understand your solve. I did a solve, still had to loop through. I've looked at yours, still don't quite get it. Yours is much faster than mine. I thought, since I'm still only iterating, but there's probably variations of this where I am iterating through this more than once. So, all right. I love your solution. It's very elegant, so we'll look at that more. So right now we're looking at this gas station thing. And this is a medium one, so all right, here's the starting explanation. 3 gas station 3 index 3. Okay, so it's not 3 index, it's gas station here, and this is the quantity. Okay. All right, let's bring this here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So this is gas station 3, and this is the quantity, or stop 3. All right. So the explanation is start a gas station start at station 3, index 3, and fill up with 4 units of gas. Where the amount of gas at the nth station is, all right, 4 units of gas. Okay, here we go. Because we're at index 3. Got it. Okay. My tank is 0, so 0 plus unit is 4. 4 is 4. Travel to station 4. And okay. Let's make sure I'm understanding this right. All right. So we're adding and then subtracting. Because here is the distance and here's the unit. And this is how much. Let's kind of go through this and make sure that I am truly 100% understanding this math. So we're starting here. We have 0. Oops. Starting here, we have 0. We go 0 plus 4 because we have 4 units. I'm tweaking it with words since they mentioned about 256. Hope it can be efficient enough. Oh, yesterday's solution? Oh, that's a good point. So, all right, this is where Venke's a genius. So, the longest. I see where you're going with this. The longest substring would be all the characters summed. That's your longest. Interesting. Venke has a very strong math background, I feel. All right. Let's see if we can focus on this one. This one feels like a level hard challenge because we did that one string yesterday and it said it was medium and we were done in like 10 minutes. Okay, and we had a top 95% answer. All right, so we're at 0. We add 4. Then at our same index, we subtract that index from our new sum. If gas I greater than gas cost, continue. I think here, I think the issue is going to be, I see them doing 100 lengths on both of these. We have to find where it will equal 0. So here we are. So we have to see, all right. You have a car with unlimited gas. You can travel to the gas station. You begin your journey with an empty tank at one of the gas stations. So given two arrays, gas and cost, return the starting gas station index if you can travel. All right, or if you can travel, not... So we have to, and if you can, if there exists a solution, it is guaranteed to be unique. If there is a solution, it's guaranteed. Okay. But we have to return the starting index. Return the starting index. If you can. So right now, so let's look at, all right, so we'd have 0 plus 1 minus 3. Okay, we can't. Then we have 2 minus 4. All right, so you just said if gas I greater than... So we just increment through the zip. we zip it, and then we find the solution. All right. How would we shuffle? All right, so if you've not seen zip, let's take a peek at this. Here we are. And boom. Hate that. There we go. And F9. Brute force, so the index 3 since gas 0 to gas 2 have the less value than the cost. Yes, I think that's the exact same. So let's see if we can tweak this. Just let me make sure that goes through and it doesn't. All right, gas cost. Here we are. So would it be the first instance? Gas and cost. So the first first instance. Let's see if we can design the rule. So if you are super new here, so what we are doing is we are writing a program is basically just building rules. You don't have to do the math. You don't have to. It's like designing a formula, and you don't even have to do the math. You let the computer do the math for you. So what I'm looking right here is gas minus cost. That's a negative number. Gas minus cost at index 1. That's a negative number. Gas minus cost. So here's the units, and then here's my distance. So there has to be a remainder. And then you have to make it all the way through the list. And it said clockwise, right? Because that was a caveat. Be very careful. There we go. So basically coming through here and then coming back around. So that is, they put this in here for a reason. So then we have to get back to be able to get back to circular travel from the ith to its. Okay. Begin your journey with an empty tank. Okay. Does it have the word starting at gas station index if you can travel around the circuit once? If you can't, so you can have a remainder gas. It doesn't have to be back to 0, but you have to have enough gas. Wait, for example, 2. Yes, but I can see I like it, but okay. So let's look and see what they are. So you can have a remain. I can see them doing that, but also figuring out a way, finding a number that it can sum, but you have too big of a distance between. So it's like I have 10 feet over there and I have 2 feet over here. It's like, okay, but that's enough. But then I have a gap in the middle that I can't quite get in between. So I know where you're going with this, and I completely agree. But I can already see them having this in not the right order. And then here they are. Let's bring this one out. I'm so tired today. I don't know why. I hate it when it does that now. Don't know why it's doing that. Alright. Gas. Cost. All right. I think we're getting close to this. Let's see. Trying to already thinking, because it costs more than the units, so we automatically, so that can be test 1 if that we don't even have to check, because if the cost is more than the sum, it just won't work anyway, right? So if we were to start here, we can't go anywhere. We can't go anywhere here. So here's one. We have a remainder. We have a remainder of 1. We can get around to this gas station, and then we get stuck. So all right. And the reason why, okay. Circular, that means the index should be back from where we started. Yes, that's my interpretation. So for our example here, let's bring this in. Yeah, there we go. So we can have them side by side and see. So we started here, and we minus 1, so then we have 3, basically 3 in the bank. Then we go here, another 3, so we're plus 3. My problem is how are we then going to circular to go back? So we're going to have to iterate through. We're going to have to iterate through this at least once, but more than likely come back around. So we get to oh boy. But right now, so we have 3, 3 plus 5 minus 2, then it goes to the next stop. Yes. Then plus 5 is 8. Then 4, or 0 plus 4 minus 1 plus 5 minus 2. Then we're plus 1 minus 3 plus 2 minus 4 plus 3 minus 5. So we made the round trip. My thing is, how are we going to get back around? Is if we find the first gas station and then we chop it. We find the first gas station. That is a positive. We chop it. We move both lists to the front. But let's see. Zip. Yeah, that was zip. Gas cost combo for I in combo print I. All right. Combo list dot combo. Oh, I've already said. Okay, if you didn't know that, here's this is actually an important thing to keep in the back of your head. This is now empty because it's a generator object. So I've gone since I iterated through this, it's empty now. So you have to redo this. So let me show you. You have to recreate it. So now when I recall combo, new equals list dot combo new. All right, so there we go. So since these are tuples, I can't rearrange them, but this is the tuples live inside a list, so I can rearrange the list. Would it matter? I'm only worried that, because here's where I'm going with this, is if we can have them meet each other and have it balance. All right. So for G and cost, gas stations first, right? In new print G minus C there we are. At some point, so there is, we're getting warmer, we're getting closer. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. Minus 2, plus 3, plus 3. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So if we keep this, if we keep the tally, if we keep our first positive location and it's and the total is 0. Okay, so if we find our first positive location. First, the sums of them two have to be greater than. Okay, I knew this was going to be challenging, but because I didn't look at it very thoroughly last night, which I try not to, because I don't want to get a leg up on this. I want everyone to see me doing this in real time, and I do this for me, and I do this for everyone who's here to just see what it looks like for people to walk through problems. I know it's not elegant, and it isn't super entertaining, but it's to boost morale and to give a real life situation. All right. Oh, I'm very sore. Went back to jiu-jitsu last night. And I hit the gym pretty hard yesterday, so I'm pretty beat up. All right. So first, all right, Vinky, we agree that, what is it? What do we want to call this? Round trip. Okay. Def RR. Let's not put it in a function yet. If, yeah, we kind of need to. Def round trip, we take gas and cost. Oh, I didn't even look. Which one is going to be first? Doesn't matter. Don't know why that just flashed in my head. All right, gas and cost. So we're going to take, okay, if some, not just not equal. We can have a remainder. Gas can't be less than cost. Because I know we talked about just having it not be equal. Dax, good day. How are you? We got a little bit of a humdinger right here, but we'll get through it. Thanks for popping in and just saying hey. Oh, okay. We recorded a true dynamic sliding window earlier. I like it. Still not efficient. Vinky solution is better. So what we're looking at this gas station problem. So it's very interesting. We get a list of gas and we get a list of cost, and we need to find the index of the first scenario where it can make a round trip. So what I'm kind of designing right now is, well, one, we have to see if you can get all the way around. So if sum of gas greater than cost, how about we do this the other way? I'll walk you through why I'm doing this way. Cost greater than some gas, return -1. Else. So we don't have to worry about this sitting down here. So the reason why we did this is if you have more cost than you can get around, because if they're equal to each other, because right here the proper answer is 3. And it's basically, can you circumvent the entire list of gas stations? And the reason why it's index 3 is this is the first location where you have extra room to get to your next gas station and then circumvent the list. So you have a surplus of 3 here. You have another surplus of 3 here. And then you decrement the 3 to end up back here. So here's the math. Start out at station 3, index 3. You get 4 units. It costs you 1 unit to get to the next station right here. So that's the 5. That gets us to 8, and then we subtract 2 because that's the cost. That gets us to, now we're at, hang on, where are we? Wait a minute, is that math not right? Because that's 6, so it's 4 minus 1, that's 5, right? Then, oh, they did this all in one. Okay, I don't like that. Yeah, our math's right. And that gets us around here because we're 8, then 8 minus 2. Okay, there we are. And then we come over here. There we go. And so on and so on. Okay, so I feel pretty confident about that. All right, so now the re-looping, that's the only thing I'm worried about, because I mean, we can handle this as a human brain. We go, oh yeah, I'm here, 3 plus another 3 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 gets me back to here. All right. So what is that scenario? because I'm trying to see, can we reshuffle these to make this, to have them total, but to have it, it's like I can get to, I'm going to have a surplus, but can I have a big enough gap? I need to figure out a way to do this. And the best example that I have is a little math problem that I remember as a kid. So you have 100 kids that are going to be in an English class, and I got to talk to the director, and this is when they were trying to figure out how to automate the classes. So here's a perfect example, and they didn't have a solution. So you had 100 kids that needed to go into an English class, and there were 5 periods. Well, and we had 20 desks. So you're like, yeah, so 100 divided by 5 periods, that's 20 kids per class. But what the problem was is the computer program was putting 15 in one and 25 in another. So we didn't actually, so one period we had extra seats, and the other period we had too many kids. So that's what I'm seeing in my head, is that we need to solve how to do this. So if we were to rearrange this and have this be 3, so like if we were to put our distance, and it was negative, like if the 3 was here. No, that wouldn't work. I'm trying to think of, well, how about we get it to work, and then we'll work on the edge cases. I need to follow my own guidelines. And this is power of 4. Okay, so the constraints are right here is they will be the same length. N can be, and the power of 5 too. N equals is equivalent. Let me be careful. N is equivalent to the gas length and the cost length. All right, good. We knew that. N could be in between. That's a big old list. 10,000. Is that 100,000? That's 100,000. And then the costs could be in between 10,000. Right here. All right. So if I reshuffle these, yeah, here's a perfect example. If I put 3 at the beginning and then I go negative, negative, I got a problem. So here's an example. Let's reshuffle this. And we need to be prepared for this. So what happens if I have, let's shift this down. But wait a second. We could then make it would just augment. Here we go. I think we need to be prepared for this. So let me get this ready. Karthik, how are you? So we're going through this gas station problem. So if I reshuffle this, my starting point just stops. Let's get this around. So I want my first 3 to be here. So I'm going to move 4 over here and move 1 over here. So get rid of this and get rid of this. All right. Let's see what this does. Oh, hang on. Let me put this all in here. So for new equals list zip gas plus cost for I in, no, for gas cost in new print gas minus cost. Okay, because what I'm trying to eliminate for this edge case is, can I rearrange these where it would fail? So it can't be the first positive, because if I have a balance of 3, then a negative and a negative, it won't work. But the solution here would be gas station 4. Because if I go to gas station 4, I come back around, I have a surplus of 3, I have a surplus of 1, I now have a surplus of 4, and then that gets me round trip. All right. Okay. So we need to be prepared for this. So this is a good edge case to solve this. So how do we know? How would we know to? How are we making a decision that we need to go to? Because we can rearrange this list. Because if we zip it, we can rearrange it. So we're going to be iterating through this entire list. Oh my goodness. And I love to over-iterate, so we're not going to get a good score. We're going to probably solve this, but we're not going to get a good score on this. Or I'm not. Vinky probably will. Vinky's probably already done. And then we'll go from there. Vinky, how are you doing? I can feel Vinky's math going on in the background. And Vinky's solutions are very elegant. Actually, while we have a little bit of a group here, let me show you. So here's my solution of yesterday's solve. And I'm calling it a true dynamic sliding window, because I believe it truly is. So we have a scenario where we're literally not incrementing back over, and we're not starting over. So in certain scenarios, it doesn't go back to D. It continues on, because what I did is I had it look at the previous letter, and if they were the same, it would be pointless. It was pointless for us to come back and go from V to M, and then go D to M, and then go F to M, because right behind it was going to be duplicate. So we jumped over. Now, Vinky solve, which I want to give Vinky props for this. This is brilliant. Let me make sure. Where is this? Not that. That's why it's weird. And in here. There's no scroll bar in here? There it is. All right, cool. I think everyone can see this. So Vinky is iterating through this one time, which I'm really not even really seeing how we're checking this. So seen is a dictionary. Vinky, if you want to jump in and go over any explanation. The length, max length. All right, so we're going through this list once. For I am figuring out how to get the circular route still. I iterate it once. It seems going to cost more time. That's what I'm worried about, is how many, because I think we're going to have to I don't know, what comes to mind is reorder this list. to test it, because us as humans can go, all right, negative, negative. So it's either we need to reorder it or it's going to be a sliding window again. So, all right, let's go back to Venki's elegant solution. So we have and if you're not on Discord, you are missing out on all this awesome support and access to the code days before I stream it. All right. So for R in range, the len, so I'm getting a range function, and then character is the actual character, because R is an index, is an indices, and S is the string. So we're slicing this out. If character in scene and character scene greater than 1. Oh, okay, so that's where the heavy lifting is going on. I did not see the and. So if char in scene, so if it's been seen before, so if it's already and then we're doing you're doing the index. That's good. All right, so just want to show you another very elegant solution of this. Venki, that's brilliant. If char in scene and scene char greater than the length. Oh, okay. That's perfectly good. Okay. I knew it was going to be great. It's even better than I thought. So, all right, just wanted to share with everyone since we had a little bit of an audience now. So, all right, let's back to the fun of this. All right, so where are we? So we reordered this, and the answer for this solution would be station 4. And I'll go over why station 4, because we have to have a surplus to get us back around to here. So it wouldn't be station 1, because if I started there, I couldn't finish, because I have a negative, or I have a surplus of 1, but then I'd have a negative, so I'd run out of gas before I could get to the next station. But if I started here and okay, starting to think of yet another one. So if I started here, I could get around to here. I have just 1 left over, and then I'd have 4 left over, and then boom, boom. All right. So can we do... So it's just a formula. So if you don't have to do the math. So that was the one thing. Ooh, that is awful coloring. Oops. Okay. So here we are. Okay. So if we start here, negative 2, then 1. So what would I want to check something out. I want to see when the total, I want to see if there's a pattern here. All right, total equals 0. Then let's get inside this. Total sorry, what am I trying to do? Total equals gas minus C plus total, and then print total. See if that works. Is that what I want to have happen? All right, let's get this fixed up. Diff and total. Huh. Yep, I stare at my keyboard. I stare at my feet while I drive a lot, I guess. Never noticed that. Okay, what? Oh, didn't close that out. There we go. Now let's rearrange this. What I'm looking for is when does it hit 0? Wait a minute, what? Okay, so how are these the exact same places of hitting 0? So, okay, that's not a good pattern. Oh, wait a second. All right, foolproof. Of course, the end is going to be 0 because we're going to iterate through it. Never mind. So if I were to because the final product would be 0. Product is multiplication. The final sum is sum the same for when you take a difference? Can't remember all the terms. I never learned this. I learned sum and product. I don't know what the decrementing of it is. All right, so this is flawed because it will always, if it works, it will always end up at the end because we will have a surplus. All right, so what I was looking for is when would the total be equal to 0? Because we want it to be in balance. So we're solving. The first one is in balance. And what I'm looking for is some sort of pattern here to get us, because this is the first positive and it's station 3. This is our first positive here. But the problem is the two negative gaps are too big. And I'll remind you. What? Oh, my bad. Because the first positive, because at first my brain goes, okay, so we find the first positive, that'll be our starting point. But that is not going to work because we're going to hit 2 gas stations and have a negative number, so we'd run out of gas between here and here. So our new starting point is 4, which gets us around So what would happen if we incremented and rolled around? So if you're just joining us, this is an interesting problem. We have to find a starting point that has to be a positive number, which then we're adding gas and subtracting cost indices, the value of those indices, and working our way around circularly, clockwise, to get. See, they even said that. They even were very specific, clockwise direction to move around. So we've toyed with this edge case here. Here was the first list, and the answer was start here at index 3, and we get a value of 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Then we add 5. And then subtract 2. We have so in this example we have a surplus of 6, and then these 3 columns right here are negative 2s, and that gets us all the way around the list. So what we have to do is we have to find the proper starting point, and I did an edge case here, and I reshuffled. So in our original one, it's this right here. So surplus of 6, and then we remove our surplus with a negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, gets us back to here. Now, I did a test to see about shuffling these around, because I wanted to test and see my theory. Okay, would it be the first positive number? Well, no. Because you can have a first positive number here with a differential of 3, but then 2 right after that of 2 negative numbers, which will run out of gas before we get to our other third fill up. So the answer for this one would be index. Hang on, let's get rid of this. Index 4 to circumvent the whole list. Now, there is an interesting thing that this says. I think it said there will be unique. If there exists a solution, it will be unique. Do we have duplicate? Okay, we can't have duplicate. I was wondering if it was just going to be an ordering problem. All right, so we can have duplicate numbers. So in example 2, you can't get around because of you'll run out of gas anywhere around. So let's run this one and let's see. Now this one is a medium problem. Alright, so let's run this one. Let's see what this looks like. So we're at -1. So you cannot, it is not in balance. So any place you start, of course you can't start on a negative, you're not going to get anywhere. We come back around here and we have, but our total is -1. So it would fail right here because cost is right now gas, cost, some gas, some cost 10. So it costs more than we have gas for. So fail. All right, and if you can't get all the way around, we have to return 1. All right. I'm figuring out how to get to this circular route. So let's see. I like my zipping idea. My only problem is we have to shuffle this. And then we're going to shuffle it and have it be in the right order. So what would that be? What would this even look like if we reshuffled this? And how would we track, if we shuffle it, how would we track the indices? Oh my goodness. All right. So what I mean by if I shuffle it and I keep up with the indices. Don't forget with the sum of gas and the cost of gas, we got time limit. Oh, that's a great point. got limit exceeded for gas to the power of. That is a great point. Okay, so if you're not reading chat, and so Leetcode is fantastic at testing and edge cases. So we're getting a fantastically large number here. And I don't know if it's because of the sum of gas. I have a feeling it's because of this, the length of the list. So it could have 100,000 items in it. Now this seems like a hard challenge, not just a medium challenge. But we're gonna keep poking at it. How long have we been on? Thank you everyone for joining today. I know a couple of you who are here. If you don't mind, so right now, if I had to guess, Dax is probably here, Vinky's here, Karthik. So that means there's about 3 more that I do not know who is here. I don't know if Nico's still here or not. But if you just want to say hey, and let me know what time it is where you are. I know that sounds weird, but it just gives me a perspective of globally where you are. So you don't have to get specific, and you can still remain with anonymity. All right. Let's see. What is the pattern? I'm obsessed with patterns, and I didn't even know that it was programming. All right. So I'm going to take this through, and we have to iterate through. But how do I know? How did I decide as a person? How am I deciding as a person that I need to start here? Because, let's see. So we're going to iterate through the whole. Vinky, did you use zip? So if I were to, is there a way to speed this up? Well, one, I can't even speed it up. So you were already hitting your time limit when you were trying to iterate through this. Let's see. I don't even have a solution yet. I don't know why I clicked over to try that. All right. How am I deciding that this is my starting point? How am I deciding? So I walked through. Let's go through this. So I iterate with range len gas. Okay. All right. You went through that. And then are you just then iterating through both of them at the same time? And just doing the math? Because what I can see happening is that we have like a negative 20,000. And then all of a sudden we get to a gas station and it has 50,000, and we go from there. So the first big gap, because we've got to calculate where the gap is between and the surplus. Let's comment this out. And let's rerun this. Because now we've changed here to here. So there's a math solve. There's a math solve here, I feel. And as we're going through, and I'm trying to decide, am I looking forward or am I looking backwards? And we know that this is my starting point in this solution. No, it's not. I lied. It's this starting point. It's 5 and 2 here because, oh wow, okay. And I circumvent and I go back around. So if I go through the list 1.5 times, hang on. Oh, I get, no way. I need to look at something because this is creepy. Okay. That was going to be very weird. No, now that I'm on Telegram, I get all kinds of creepy messages on Telegram. And I have to block them. And there we go. And what I was really weird about is it was almost this, and I was like, no way. somebody found me. I calculated gas after reaching station I if I can't move. Ooh, there we go. Move to index for the next station. I like that. I like that. So that's the constraint. We don't have to worry about that as long as I'm in here, right? Oh, but will that solve it? Because right here, but we don't know about the surplus at the end of the list. Or do we not need to worry about that? Because I'm feeling we do. Because like right here, we're at -2, we're at 3, we're at -1, -3, but we then get to 3. And we now know wow, I can't even begin to figure this one out. Because and are we going to be able to have, so we saw that we can have a duplicate in cost. Can we have a duplicate in gas? That's my only concern. So I kind of want to hard code. I kind of want to hard code these two solutions so I can get the first fail of the next one, and then we can work on it. All right. How long have we been on? We've been on 1 hour and 16 minutes. All right. So I calculate gas after reaching station I if I can't get moved to next. I like that approach, but I don't know, because we don't know the end of the list. What's the formula for finding the negative index to the... Is there a formula for the negative index to the positive index? I've never thought about it, because I think we want to start in reverse. because that's my gut. I have no solid proof. Because we have, and then, but look at how that looks. And then how would we design the math for this? So it'd be the difference of 3 minus 1 minus 3, 3 minus 2. That math doesn't even work. How does that? Okay, all right. So we're at plus 3. We were start here and go backwards. So I'm at plus 3. I'm at plus 1. I'm at negative 1. I'm at plus 2, 0. All right. All right. So I keep up with my index. And then I have 2 temporary lists. And I shuffle them. But I have to keep up with my index. And my index and my shuffle. Because, oh my God. So what would that first be? All right. Ooh, interesting. I modulo n being len. Ooh, walk me through. Interesting. I mean, walk me through what we would do with. Okay, so. Len gas 5. So then so what I was thinking is something like this. So I had new, right? So if I had negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, and then I get to here. All right, I had a flash of something. Let's look here. So if I were to go negative, 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 positive, positive. Wonder if we need a longer list to try this. But if we were to shuffle, where's new? Is that 1, 3, 2, 3, 5? All right. So right now we have Oh, I think you're super close. What happens when we split the list? Hi, Karthik. Yes, I think I saw you were here earlier. Thanks for letting me know you're still here. How are you doing on your Python adventure? Wait a second. Oh, Vinky, watch this. We split this and we find the balance. Okay, hang on. The first balance where there's 0. Walk with me through this. This is where I want to start. Don't know if this is going to be it, but we're going to start. And then we don't have to iterate through this. Ooh. What? Okay. Okay. All right. We look at this and we do some of these, however we want to do it. And if it is positive, if it's positive there, then that's our starting point. All right, so here, hang on. Let's look at this. So we're there in balance, where both sides, where the starting points are in balance. Hang on. Some where they're equal. Hang on. So some cost. Let's rename here. Total cost equals sum cost, right? Total cost 15. And then total gas equals sum gas, right? All right. Now, at I, let me redo this. Okay. Don't know why I thought that was. These not line up? All right. So, where I'm going with this is this sum. So negative, hang on. This is -2. And then all of this wouldn't be in balance. So I want to check this. And wherever the starting point, so that's -2, and then 9. This is 12, and then this is 9 and Jesus. 9, 11. That's 12. So that's not in balance. So then I would do this and this. So this is now -2, so -4, and then 7 and 12. Okay, this isn't a very good example, but I think we're going to iterate through this, and when we find that they're in balance, that's our starting point. Does that make sense? So we're going to have our divisor. So we're going to iterate through. Let's look at this. Let's do it up here. For I in range len gas. We just got to work on this. Some gas I and some, hang on, 0 to I. So this is going to need to be +1. All right, first let's get this to come out. Vinky, do you think I'm onto something? I feel like I am. Oh, print. And the second that they're in balance. Is that the solution? Because I don't want to take a peek at it. Okay. I saw you got something to come out. It's my watch telling me I gotta get up and move. I don't get to wear my watch while doing jiu-jitsu, so it doesn't know how healthy I am. All right. Tell me in chat what you sent over to a Discord, because I want to see it through I. So I 0 and 0. Okay, I tweaked your logic going on right path, not the solution, the logic you're going with. So okay, so we're close. So I got to work on this. So because right now, the second that they're in balance, nope, that won't work. Yeah, it will. I just got to work on the logic over here. So right here, the sum of the difference is 6. The sum of the difference is -6. So then when we come up here, as long as it's greater than at the first place, it doesn't have to be equal. Okay, doesn't have, as long as the gas is more than cost, as we iterate through, when this side is greater than or equal to this side. Because right now, we get to the end of the list and it's balanced. And it's the last one. And here, no, it is. It is when it reaches equilibrium. All right, so now I got to figure out this slicing here. Vinky's is probably going to have a better solution. So 0, sum of 0. So my problem is +1. All right, so gas sum, let me make sure this is right. 15. All right. Okay, so 2 pointers. So at the first place where this side is equal to each other. All right. We are cooking with fire now. Okay. So does everyone know the human logic that I decided to do this with? Let's go back a little bit. All right. So we're going to be splitting this up. And our first iteration is we're going to look at, we're not going to be able to do this. So we're going to look at this, and we're going to sum this side Maybe we are going to do this. I'm excited and I can't do this. We're gonna sum these and this side. All right. Then the next time through, if it's not equal to 0, we're gonna sum this and this side through. The next time, we're gonna sum. I don't know if you can see that one. We're gonna sum this side through. And at the first instance where they are 0 or greater than, because you can have more, because I doubt there's a constraint that you're not going to be able to have gas. So at the first, nope. That's not gonna work. Unless we know no, because we'll be summing the other side. I take that back. So logically, because we're looking at the whole trip. So we're looking at the front side of the trip and the back side of the trip. Or I guess here, we're looking at the front side and the back side of the trip. And I'm already trying to think of what would make this work. And we need to also look at the first instance. So if the cost, okay. If the cost is, so we need to tweak this a little bit. Vinky's probably already on this. So it can't be the first one because the gas, while gas index, here we go. While cost index is greater than 1, shift it over. Everybody get that one? Okay, so we're going to be able to do this and iterate through here one time, and we're not going to have to iterate through here multiple times. But we are going to have to shift this over 1 if the cost, while the cost index, the value, let's get a better color, black, while here is greater, we're going to shift. And then the first balance is this, and then we're going to do a test. Aha! That's it. And we're going to do this. So here's our while index index 0, while cost index greater than gas index. All right. Okay. So if I start at 0 and my gas index and my cost index is greater, I need to then check, well, 1, index increment 1. All right. While all right, I'm really close here. So I know the human logic. I'm trying to get this written as... Vanky, do you have yours? So the first instance where... All right, let me hard code this first and get this. So I need index 0. All right. So then this is a variation of a sliding window, but we're having to do this in a multiple of ways. So we need to get this to 3. So sum let's comment this out. Let's get this to back work. So here's my test case before I flip this around and try this one. So the second, so for the second that this is negative, all right. So I need to get gas. I need to hard code. Do I need to hard code that? 0. So index, we're going to hard code this to 3. So this is the way I like to do kind of some experiments. So gas. Gas 3, because that's really 4, right? 0, 1, 2. No. Okay. Walk with me through here. Sum, not Sam, sum plus sum then gas three to the end. Okay. Then cost. All right. Let's move this over here while I tweak this. And then we're going to try it down for this one. Okay, I want to check my logic here. Because right now, if we were to check those two, that would be... I don't need to make this overcomplicated. While these don't equal each other, and cost is... While the sum of these two... Okay. Index over. All right. I got to get this. Oh, I'm so close to this. Just got to get this out of my... So here, look right here. So this is -4. And this is... So at first, we're not picking this one. Even though this sum is 0. But it's also... It can't be because... The difference between cost and gas is a -2 on the first one. So then the next one is also it would be negative 2 negative, they wouldn't be in balance. Negative 2 plus negative 2 plus, oh, here's a flaw. No. But the test is this still can't be, cost still can't be bigger. Cost still can't be bigger. There we go. So I have to have cost less than this, and it has to be in balance. That's our solution. All right. We need to get this set up. All right. I see it in my head because I know that I know it. Can someone help me find a video where I can learn A to Z on Python development for a project that I can include database and Django? Well, there's 1,100 videos on my channel, so I have some Django stuff. And now if you're going to be, and then I have some SQL stuff and SQLite. So there is plenty of content on my channel. So all you got to do is go and look at the playlists for SQL, SQLite, and Django, and you'll be able to just follow along. So I have plenty of material. All right. I've just got to get this formula right here. I am so close. Index 0. Index 0. Index 1. Index 1. Because alright. Index. We need to start at 1 because I need to divide this out. So gas through 1, bingo. Cost. Oh, seriously, did I just do that? There we go. Okay, and cost through index. All right. And then L needs to be length of gas, and L is 5. 0, 1, 2, and then I need to really L minus gas, L minus 1. Going to be slicing. I'm fine with L. All right. And then gas, L. Okay. Index equals 1. Gas. So for everybody who's following on and just jumping on here, so what I'm trying to hang on a second. I got it. So what I'm trying to do is I'll walk through what I'm doing. I'm splitting this list up, and I'm finding the first point. So I have to, programmatically, what I have to do, here's our accomplishment. Here's our task. So as long as cost is less, so my goal is to find this spot right here. And what I think I've deduced is we're going to go circular through this. This is Leetcode. Oh, I did not put this in the chat, so I apologize. There we are. We're at, okay, we got 13 minutes, and then I've got to go. I've got to stay on task today. And it's also, did I put it in the description? I did. All right, so we're really close to this. So if you look at the solve for this, and I just got to work on the Python part. So it's not here because you have a greater distance between this and the gas station because you subtract cost from gas and you get a negative number. So that can't be it. You can't start because we did the sum here. So you can't be at a -2 and then be at, and then even though this sum is greater, so the rule is you can't, it has to be in balance. And in the first instance, so I was kind of close earlier. So it has to be a positive number. The difference has to be a positive number, and gas has to be. So it's the first positive, and it has to be. Let's look at this and see if that rule applies here. Let's run this because I am really close. So all right. Let's see if that rule is going to apply. So it's not here because this is negative. All right. So then this is, okay, that's going to fail. That's not it because now I have a first positive. Oh, but they're not equal. They're not equal to each other. So it's not this. So first positive and these have to be equal to each other. So the reason why this will not fail is because we will have -2 on this side and a positive. So all right. A -2. So if we're going to do this, and they have to be equal to each other. So the only thing that's going to throw this off is if you have extra gas, which I can see Leetcode doing because that's exactly what I would do. So right here, so we're going to have to handle that differently. But I want to get this to test and split this out. And I know I'm very close here, so hang on everybody. I need to hard code. I need to solve my indexing problem here, and I may kind of zone out for a second because I want to get this done so everybody can kind of see how I'm doing this. So I know I have a index problem, and then gas one or index, because I need to use a dynamic variable that's going to change. All right. Do I need to start at 0? I feel like I need to start at 0. Yeah, I need to start at 0 because I'm going to have a whole problem if I don't. All right. Let's put this in here. Gas index all the way through. Okay, there's my full list. While index, when you have an extra gas, that's when you can move to the next station. The cost gonna make it decrement as you travel. Yes, but here is if we do this test and they don't equal each other, because right here if we say gas, if we split this list and we say if this side is greater, we have surplus gas and negative cost. Wait a second. Yeah, because we start here and we'd run out of gas there. So if we do this sum on this side of the equation, we have minus 2, or we have plus 2 and we have minus 2. So these two sides equal each other, but you will have an issue where you run out of gas right here. But when we get to this side, because the solution is, okay, I'm completely wrong because the answer is here. And these don't add up because that would be negative. Oh, yeah, okay. This is negative 3 and this is 3. That will work. Okay, if we don't have surplus gas. All right, I may need to stop in a little bit right here. I hate that everyone is joining. All right, give me a second. Hang on. Sorry, thought I heard. So I think this. So this is negative 3. 2, 4, 6, 3, negative 3, and 3. All right, so I need to, while cost index greater than gas index No. Not that. While. No, I got to get this math to work. This isn't it. This isn't it. It's while they're not equal to each other. So I need to figure out how to sum this. Gas. So the difference. Gas total, gas diff equals 0, 0. Cost diff equals 0. So when these become back in balance. So right now, we need to have two sides of the equation. So if we were to add these up, okay, if because I need to go, oh, I'm so close. I'm so freaking close to this. How much time do I have? Because I've got to come up with an algorithm to split this. I got 4 minutes. I've got to stay on schedule today, everyone, so I apologize. And I can't show you. So first thing is, if index 0 is this, I need to decrement over. Maybe it is a while loop. Because I'm going to be continuing okay, not just that, but while these are out of balance. While cost index is and out of balance. So I've got to get this right. So gas I've got to get this math to show up. Gas index plus minus. All right. So what is? So I need this side and this side. It was the first time through. It would be. Oh my God, we are so close. All right. I just heard something that I need to go check on. Everyone, we will finish this up tomorrow. I know we're super close. Venki, thanks for sticking in there with me. I hate that I'm dropping after we're having quite a few people drop in, but we do live streams every day. We'll do the solution for this tomorrow. I'm going to publish today's video that we recorded. Dynamic sliding window. I don't even know what to call this right here. This is an addition dynamic sliding window. So we will be going from there. But thank you everyone for coming to hang out with us today. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're not missing any of these things that you're getting able to watch us handle and walk through. But if you are here right now and you've not hit the like button, go ahead and do that for me. I really appreciate it. We will have a solve for this. Try to go back and watch some of this stream to get how we got to this point, because that's the point of this stream, is to show you the iteration. I'm going to show you the solve for this tomorrow, but you don't get to see and feel how we got to this, because that's what's so important about learning to program. How did we stumble across this? Because we flipped and foddered and jumped around and tried to figure out a way to not iterate through this 100 times and not move the list around. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be our solve of when this is equal to this, because right here, this is our first time it's positive and it's greater than. So there we go. Thank you everyone for joining today. I will see everyone tomorrow, and I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Make sure you're joining the Discord so you get all the help that you need and deserve. But bye everyone. Thanks again.